Hello, welcome back to the next episode of Mr. Love Queen's Choice. Well, actually, I probably shouldn't call it an episode. This is going to be more like an interlude. It's not going to include any gameplay, so I probably won't give it an episode number. Uh, Mostly, it's a bit of commentary due to uh, a current event, a limited time event, so it's not a permanent addition to gameplay. But I won't. I won't be including uh, actual gameplay elements here because it this includes a bit of one of the promo videos that's going to come up in landscape mode rather than the portrait, and I don't know how that's gonna affect the formatting then when I upload this to YouTube, and I don't want to end up losing actual gameplay footage if that doesn't go well. So, all right. So, yeah, Aaron and Mal, we have a couple of notices. Fast update compensation, because yeah, they just did a small update, uh, and they want to give us stuff, so we're happy to take new free stuff. So yay! And then um, a new Lucien event. So yeah, I just finished up doing a new player event that centered around Lucien, and that was really quite something, trying to figure out how to do the editing and sequencing and work with that because of how it synchronization with the storyline. And so it's like, and I also didn't want to been saying I didn't want to, like, just go on overload on Lucien content, uh, to put all the story elements into place to understand what's going on with him right at the start. And also, made mention about him having the terrible work-life balance to be much he can be dealing with the relationship in the first place. So, having said all that, this is what the game now throws.
I figured I should do better at showing up and being there for you. Guess that was too much emotion.
So it was kind of a surreal experience that I was just complaining about it last night, and then log in this morning to this, and it's like like one of his sudden awkward phone calls. I don't know. It just, I wasn't expecting it, but it's it's definitely in character for him, and but anyway, so it looks like we will be doing more Lucien content after all. This probably won't have any spoilery stuff, uh, but of course I'll do what I can to fix anything in editing that comes up as much as I'm able to. But there's so a couple of personal thoughts I'd like to put out there about both Lucien and the game, uh, in order to so that there's no, like, misunderstandings if uh, from my live reactions I might have to uh, new content with him. I might at times say critical things about some of his behavior or life choices, but in no way would I mean that as being critical of him as a character or of the game itself or even the otome genre in general. As I said in the very first episode, I am coming to this game as a fantasy adventure gamer, not as an otome gamer. And I absolutely adore this game for the fantasy adventure aspect. Um, I really wish it could be like more like a JRPG where you could get to know all these characters and their stories through uh, other lenses besides just only having to see them as a dating partner. Uh, and Lucien himself, he's my main on my personal gaming account, and to me, he is just a phenomenally epic, well done character in the literary sense, like in the sense of Geralt of the Witcher series, or Jarlaxle of Salvatore's Dark Elf books, Kevin Caslana of Honkai Impact Third, and along those lines, a lot of Lucien's commentary about evolutionary biology really, to me, seems reminiscent of Kevin's persistent questioning of why do birds fly? This thing that he seems awkward, he seems out of place, but the thing going on with him is he's dealing with serious, dark stuff on a very deep level. And I think a common denominator of all those characters is that they're really, really revolve around dealing honestly with darker sides of life than rather than being idealistic about it. And I think Lucien's story arc is deep and fascinating as it unfolds. I mean, just like those other characters I've mentioned, I've spent like I don't know how many hours of my recreational time caring about those stories because they're just really intensely interesting to me, and of the characters and the worlds and the situations they're in. But those were still in the fantasy adventure context. That was not considering them as a dating prospect, because that's like a totally different evaluation completely. So I absolutely enthusiastically adore Lucien for his own sake, as he is. However, I don't find the dating scenarios to be the best presentation of them because, like, in dating, he's really like a roller coaster theme park of hot mess. Because I think at the end of the day, what he really needs in his life is not cuddles and cream puffs, but someone who can intellectually challenge him to present a well-reasoned argument why he should, do something like trying to become the Hersher of finality or something. Because the kind of character he is seems a bit out of step with modern urban dating. But it's possible it might be the modern setting itself that's throwing me off more than the dating aspect. Because, like, now that I'm thinking on it, if you were to take these guys and give them all pointy ears and call this Dark Elf Dating Simulator, and we could spend fun times together, raiding dungeons and sieging castles and hunting down monsters. What I'd probably be all over that. I'd be like, yeah, well, this is awesome. Kind of tempted now to want to go look up to see if there's something like that. But and I think, yeah, I mean, so yeah, I guess he kind of does give off the whole dark elf kind of vibe. so um, so it might just be not even the dating aspect itself, but just trying to envision this character type in a more realistic rather than a fantasy setting is just a bit of a reach to me. I just want to make clear that if I end up, expressing some critical or negative thoughts during live reactions to the dating content, uh, they're not meant by me to be directed towards either the characters or the games themselves. It's actually really a testament to how much I genuinely enjoy and value this game and the content in it that I still want to keep playing it, even though I'm not the actual target market being catered here to. And I understand that it's not an otome game's job to uh, fulfill the desires and expectations of non-otome players. And a lot of my reasons for sharing and vocalizing my thoughts on this game is, from a desire to introduce other types of gamers to uh, content that I think is really great, but might be easily missed if it gets overlooked just because it's labeled as otome rather than as something else, and maybe and saying I think that there's things I see here in this game that could be learned from other gaming genre that that I would really like to see uh, move beyond the dating. I mean, I certainly don't mind dating as an option in games, but I still, I guess, like I said before, just kind of more of the traditional JRPG mindset that I'd like to get to know all my adventure crew, in ways that don't revolve around necessarily pursuing, more intimate contact with them, whatever. But anyway, I think I basically said what I want to say here, so I will just leave it at that now, and let's get back into the game.